Hi, I just wanted to get on here and talk a little bit about the emotion of fear. So, fear can be a very positive emotion in the sense that it can prevent you from doing idiotic things that can cause you harm. But if you stay in a fear pattern over the course of an extended period of time, it actually can prevent you from making decisions that are beneficial to you. I know this all too well because I stayed in an extended period of fear when my daughter was born. Early on in her journey, she choked all the time. I turned around to the refrigerator, turned back around, she'd be completely purple, gasping for breath. This was 4 or 5 times a day. So fear, I was very intimate with this emotion. And at first it seemed like a good thing, but as time went on, I realized that it was preventing me from making sound decisions in her care. Essentially, when you get out of the hospital with a child with complex needs, they kind of hand you a box, and in this box is a pretty standard outfit. Certain doctors, certain therapies, blah, blah, blah. And I was very grateful for this box for a certain period of time, but then I realized it really wasn't servicing her well. And I realized that I had to do 2 things in order to fully take ownership of Cosette's healing journey. First, I had to come to terms with the reality I was in. This is the reality, okay? My kid has brain damage, my kid has cerebral palsy. I can't do anything about it. So you can't go back in time, so you can only go forward, right? So I had to come to terms with it. And then second, I had to set that fear aside because it was preventing me from making sound decisions in her care, because I was too afraid that if I did something that I was going to hurt my child. And so doing those 2 things, I was able to say, okay, nope, I'm not going to accept this anymore, this box that I've been handed. I'm going to look inside this box and I'm going to say, okay, is this the right kind of doctor? Is this the right kind of therapies for her? With the end result of actually seeing an outcome that was positive in her life. Or going out into the medical and scientific community and going, okay, what's outside the box? Let's go piecemeal. Okay, I like this one, put it in the box, take this one out, don't need that anymore. And as a result of coming to terms and putting that fear aside, I was able to really make a plan that was beneficial to her and her journey uniquely to her. And I just really encourage anybody else that is going through this, not even just a kid with complex needs, but if you find yourself in this fear pattern, come to terms with where you're at and then set the fear aside. Because if I look back on my journey with Cosette, the time that prior to taking ownership and setting the fear aside, and this new season that we're in, mistakes were made in this season of ownership. It's going to happen because that's the reality of life. Mistakes can be made. You can't prevent it. It's just the consequence of trying, right? But if I look back, and there was far more mistakes made in her care because in that season of fear and unacceptance. And so I just really encourage you to do those 2 things and really strive for a better life for your child and for yourself, because she's not only the one that benefited from this, I am too. I benefited from getting outside of that fight or flight. It was mostly flight at that point, and getting into a mode of fight. So I really hope this is encouraging to you guys today.